Good afternoon, everyone. I, Dr. Tanu Kukreja Bhana, welcome you once again to our next session on leadership skills. To speak on this topic, we have two very eminent personalities and true academicians in the today's session. And on behalf of entire OSGU fraternity, first of all, I welcome Professor Ashulekha Gupta ji, Graphic Era University, Dehradun. It is a privilege that you joined us today, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Professor Dr. Ashulekha Gupta ji is currently working as a professor of management and economics at Graphic Era University, Dehradun. She has a distinguished academic record and holds a doctorate and a post-graduation in economics. She is also a postgraduate in marketing management and international business. Ma'am has number of research publications in national and international journals to her credit, and she has also presented more than 30 research papers in national and international conferences. She has been to various countries for her international conferences like Bangkok, Thailand, and contributed various chapters in the edited books too. She's a supervisor to many PhD students and has also published patents at national level. Ma'am, it's an honor to have you here with us, and may I please request you to address the participants. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for this beautiful introduction you had given. Thank you so much. And I'm sure because this session should be very beneficial to you. And this, first of all, I would like to thanks to organizers. Those have taken this initiative and they are conducting this particular session to for the improvement and for the new insightful sessions you had already attended and you people you are going to attend. So I'm sure that would be beneficial to you. And today's my topic is leadership. So I would like to share with you some important tasks, some important things. Those we have to follow in to become a good leader. And definitely because I am going to share lots of things with you, so please get ready. I would like to your that would session would be interactive session, so I'm sure you people would be answer my queries also time to time. So first of all, let me share my screen. And this one is the, I'm sure, ma'am, I can share my screen from this share only. And this, there is the plus sign.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Am
Yes, ma'am.
I right?
So you
Right,
just
right,
click on this plus sign and you'll be able to
right,
share.
right.
And ma'am, the audience is connected through YouTube, so they
Okay.
won't be able to speak to you. But here in the right side, you see comments section is there where we
Right,
can see their comments. I
right.
can I can
Sure. You
tell
will
it to
be,
you also.
yes, so you will be
Yes, ma'am.
moderator of
I'm
this
here.
session. You will
Right,
be
ma'am.
moderator of this session. Yeah,
Right, ma'am.
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm just sharing. Entire screen window. Mm, so I'm sure my PPT is visible. I'm sure.
Uh, yes, ma'am. Not the PPT, but your StreamYard screen is visible. So if you can open the PPT.
No, I had already opened on my system. This PPT is already open, and actually, share screen is not working. It is giving me only the one option, that is window sharing. So I had shared my
Yes, ma'am.
window, right? So either I could be able to share my window, or if sorry, complete screen. If I am sharing this, so it is it is showing like that.
Yes, ma'am. So we are able to see your screen right now, but not the PPT. If you can open that PPT window, it will be.
Ma'am,
displayed.
PPT window is already open on my screen and I could be able to see my PPT.
Okay, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am, maybe we can stop sharing and share it again
okay,
and then
okay,
open. Yes, ma'am.
okay. I'm just doing it again. Right. Stop share and once again share screen and
Your entire screen must be the option.
yes, entire screen, but it's not taking
Yes, ma'am.
actually. That is disabled. That is not able.
Okay. Ma'am, there
Yeah.
is an option of slides. The first option is slides.
Okay. Otherwise, now what will happen, ma'am? If I would share slides, so my one of the video file will not run because let's see uh, your computer upload file, and here is first of all I would upload file, then only it would be working.
Generally,
Let
ma'am, we use the option share screen and it works. So,
I had uploaded my PPTs.
okay. All right, ma'am.
Uh, I had opened my screen. I think it's processing already.
No, ma'am, not to me right now.
Screen is visible, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's visible that you have shared your screen, but again, this StreamYard screen is what I see.
Okay,
The
same
window
problem.
we are on.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
PPTs are not visible, right?
No.
PPTs are not visible.
Let me get you technical help, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, slides now already uploaded. Ma'am, slides already it is uploaded on my this window. I can see, but how can I
So,
open these slides? Yes,
yeah,
now.
it's visible now, ma'am. It's visible.
Now it's visible.
Yeah.
So now can we do it full screen? Leadership is now
It's
small.
no, we see it full screen, ma'am. It's full screen that we see.
Ha, full screen is very visible, no? Right.
Hanji, ma'am.
Right, right. I think some formatting is little bit change. No problem.
No
Fine.
worries.
We can change. Right. Fine. No problem. So I'm sure this leadership will you people you understand what you mean by leadership, and nowadays it is the time people are coming up with the leadership styles, and you have already seen a number of the unicorns is already coming up in the market, and people are doing startup business has been promoted by our honorable prime minister Mr. Narendra Modi. He is already promoting. And leadership style, if we can see number of people they are running their own business nowadays. You can see Swiggy, you can see Zomato, right? These all are the part of the unicorns, and these are the those are coming up in a big way. So now I'm going to share with you leadership means what. Leadership means there is leading, that involves directing, influencing and motivating people to perform. If you are a good leader, people they have to follow, people they have to, you can influence your followers, you can motivate them. Rather than negative motivation, you have to give them positive motivation. So I mean, if you have such kind of qualities, so definitely you can, people if they understand, people whatever you are saying, they have trust in you. So definitely you can become a good leader. As per the, because there is the one of the popular definition has been given by Peter Drucker. Basically, leadership is shifting of own vision to higher sides, and here is the raising of men's performance to higher standards, the building of men's personality beyond its normal limitations. And because if you have this leadership style, you have your own vision, you have you have your own personality, you have some set of benchmarks, and those you want to achieve it. And here is a leadership style, that is it depends on you, what kind of personality you are, what kind of traits you people are carrying. So I would ask the same kind of questions also, what kind of traits you people are having, what kind of those you like very much, those you don't like. So I'm sure then it would evolve a kind of leadership. And here is I'm talking about who is a leader. I would say I mean a person who, to whom you are saying he is a leader. So one who is in charge and in command of others, one who heads political party or organization, or one that leads or guide, one who influence or power. So I mean, it could be anybody, could be a leader. Either these people are heading a political party or any organization, and these people are decision making. And when whatever the decision making these people are taking, and simply other people they are following. When I will discuss types of leadership, then you will see whether these leaders are autocratic style, these are laissez-faire, or these kind of leadership are participating leadership. So here is one who is in charge and in command of others. And of course, out of those are my listeners, those are my viewers, they understand how we can become a good leader, what should be the qualities we should have in our personality. And one of the most important thing that I feel, that is knowledge is very important. Because once you have knowledge, and people they would rely, they will trust on you, and they have to follow you, right? And here is, because here is we are talking about in terms of the organization, because we are going to lead our organization, and as a political leader also, because that is why you are sitting on that position. Otherwise you could not be on that position, because you have all those traits a person should have. That is why you are on that particular position, and you have influencing power. You can influence others, those are your followers, you can influence them. That is why you people are, you are leader. Now, the most important thing, what we are doing, functions of our leadership. So, basically, when we talk about the functions of our leadership, here is basically the most important task, developing teamwork. First of all, how we have to develop a teamwork, because otherwise what happened in your team, there is the various kind of people. Some are positive attitude, some are negative attitude, but we have to bind them, because this is the teamwork, we are going to achieve our task, our objective. So if the team is not going in a single direction, so it would not work out, it will not work out. Number of movies we have seen, when the football match is going on, hockey match is going on, and when the one player is not supporting to another player, then it could be difficult, it could be creating a problem, right? So here is from both sides, there is the cooperation is required. And here is the, because being a leader, you are representing that particular team. Because if I would say somebody who's from one, like we people are making class representatives of the class, like MBA first year. So MBA first year, there's the two students, those are class representative, those are very frequently meeting to vice chancellor sir, meeting to pro vice chancellor sir, or head of the department, or dean of management. So ultimately, these students are representing to the entire class. If 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 whatever is their communication skill, their knowledge level, the way they are representing, right, to the whole class, so that means other people, those have not met to all the people, those are present in the MBA class, they will only create an image with the help of only these two students, those are class representative of MBA. So I'm sure basically whosoever is the leader, he or she is representing to the entire team. And here is the most important task is basically counseling the workman. So here is what happened. Here is we are, because the a big task force you are leading, because you have that leadership style. And here is you are going to counsel them time to time, if whether there is the emotional counseling or there is the professional counseling. So you have to ask them, you have to, if they will come any problem in to you, so I'm sure you could be able to give them solution of that particular problem. So counseling the workman, that's the most important, right? And how you have to handle them. But if you are a positive person, you are a leader, so I'm sure you could be able to counsel them in emotionally as well as professionally also, you can counsel them. And the most important thing is in the functions of leadership, that is managing time. Because whatever the task, whatever the goals we people are going to achieve, so we people should have, that should be time bound activities. And these time bound activities, we have to basically within the time frame, we have to finish all these activities, because otherwise our goal, or we can say objective, we could not be able to achieve, right? And here is, as well as in the organizations also, there's the lots of things. Let's say we are talking about the production, so we are talking about production, and already this production is lined up. So whatever is the deadline already we have received, if we could not be able to achieve all these deadlines, so we cannot transfer all these commodities to the targeted person to whom we people are producing. So managing time, whatever is the, either if we talk about the political parties or we talk about any organization leader, and all are similar, because they are time bound, and we have to manage our time, and timely we have to finish all our tasks. And here is when we talk about, here is using proper power, because you have power, And power you are because you should use this power there in the because when the people they are not doing task, they are not achieving tasks on time, so you should use your power. And if you want to ask from the top management something related to any demands of your those are your subordinates, so you have to put in front of the top management also, right? So using your proper power. And as well as if I will talk about the securing group effectiveness, right? So here is this one is the management manager leaders need to provide for a reward system to improve the efficiency of capable workmen and delegate the authority. If time to time we have to give them rewards and we have to praise them, so obviously a more effective manner these people are would deliver, and they will give output in the most effective manner, right? So securing group effectiveness, that's the most important task, because when we are inviting these people to participate in the decision making process, so these people, I mean, this is shows, it shows trust in your subordinates. If these people would participate in your decision making and you can take inputs by these people, that shows we are that group will work in the more effective manner, and we are securing group effectiveness. Right. So all these functions, when I was talking about developing teamwork, representing the team, counseling the workman, managing time, right? All these things are very, very important being an leadership for a leadership function. And here is if I will talk about the style of the leadership, because all the leaders are not same, their working is not same. You have already seen various countries are here, and all the countries are not all the countries, those are the leaders, those are the representative. I would say ki somewhere is there is the prime minister, somewhere is president, but all are not same. Their functioning, their working style is not same. So if I will talk about, so basically in our those are the course content also, and at the various places also there are the three kinds of leadership style. One is autocratic, or I would say authoritative style, and second one is if I will talk about democratic or participative style, and third one is laissez-faire or free reign style. So I'm sure, have you heard about all these three kinds of style? What is autocratic, what is democratic, and what is laissez-faire? Can somebody can answer in the chat box? So so I can see your answer whether you are familiar or you are not familiar with these words. Maybe can.
Participants, may I please request you to put your answers in the chat box, and I'll be telling these answers on your behalf. You can please put it in the chat box. So democratic is the one who takes everybody along.
Democratic. Very good. Perfect answer. बहुत. Yeah. And what about other two?
Authoritative must be someone who shares the authority on the followers.
Okay.
So they say authoritative is dictator style.
Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. And ma'am, what about third one? Anybody had responded? This one is the third one, Laziz fair or free reign we are talking about.
So no answers for that one, ma'am.
No answer for that one. Okay, okay. No, 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 no problem. So I'm sure these words are very influential in the leadership style. And two answers, absolutely right. I'm really happy you had given correct answer. One is autocratic, or we can call it authoritative style. Autocratic style means a person who doesn't bother what are your followers, what are your those are your subordinates, what think about, simply dictatorship kind of thing, right? So you are like Hitler, right? When we are giving example of dictatorship, that is Hitler, right? So when we people are simply whatever we have in our mind, simply we people are just forcing all those things to our followers or to our subordinates, rather than we are taking their inputs, we are not taking their inputs, what they want, what they whether I mean what they think about all those things. So we are not taking all these inputs. But when we talk about democratic and part or participative style, and that's very true, we are taking your inputs also, because what you think, yeah, we are including our subordinates also in the decision making process, or when we are going to start something new, so we are going to involve them also. And here is in the decision making process they could be part of this decision making, because they have lots of things in their mind, and because always learning, it is always a two-way process. We cannot say, we cannot force them. What I know, that is all right, might be possible I am wrong, or better ideas I can have, or other people they have better thinking, so I'm sure I should incorporate them in our style also. And the last one is, if I will talk about laissez-faire or free reign style, this word already has been used by father of economics, Adam Smith, Professor Adam Smith, also laissez-faire or free rein style. There is no government intervention. Because I do remember classical economists, they always believe in this theory, there is no government involvement, right? Whatever we think, there is no government restriction. So here is laissez-faire or free rein style means when there is no restriction by the leader, whatever is the followers and supportive subordinates, they think whatever decision making they have taken, so simply we have to follow, and I mean other people will opt, and leader would accept it. Right. So laissez-faire or free rein style means there is no foundation by the leader. Whatever the subordinate leader has given full power and free hands, you can use your decision making, and you can, whatever is the decision making you have taken, that is finalized, whatever is the goal you have set, that is acceptable. So I'm sure laissez-faire free rein style is also existing. But all three leadership styles are entirely different. So we must understand what are the benefits and what are the drawbacks of these styles. So I would say all these styles have their own benefits and own their drawbacks. So let me share one by one. First of all, I'm going to share this autocratic style, or I am calling it authoritative style. If I will talk about authoritative style, so what are the benefits? Benefits are this: subordinates are, that would be best fit at what time? This authoritative style, when subordinates are incompetent and inexperienced. So rather than we are going to take their inputs, better we should decide ourselves, because and simply we have to ask them to follow this, because we think subordinates are incompetent and inexperienced, and actually it is those when such kind of situations we are facing. And leaders want to be active and dominant in decision making. Leaders want to be active and dominant in decision making. When the leader is very active and they are very dominant in decision making in the past history, whatever decision they have taken, and these decisions are acceptable by the followers, so I'm sure he should take decision and other people they should follow their decision making. And when we talk about leaders is highly competent in making right decision, and they are competent enough to take right decision. But limitations, if I will talk about, there are so many limitations of this autocratic style. Here is low morale and dissatisfaction. Low morale means, if I will talk about low morale means, other those are the people, those are the followers, those are the subordinates, they feel because I am not the, and belongingness would also be missing over there, just because low morale and dissatisfaction, because these people are dissatisfied. And employee efficiency tend to decline over period, because they think whatever I think, nobody bothers, my leader doesn't bother, so why should I give my inputs? So efficiency is start declining, efficiency go by day, it's declining over a period of time. So, I mean, employee efficiency is tend to decline over a period of time. So, just because of this kind of, these are the drawbacks and these are the limitations of this particular type of leadership style. If I will talk about potential managers do not get opportunity to show their capabilities, might be possible in your team. Some people are potentially, I mean, these managers or those are the followers or those are the your subordinates. They are very good in some particular technique or some particular critical thinking, some particular task, so these people are not getting these kind of opportunity should to show their capabilities. What is going on, these people are not because they want to share, and that would be helpful to entire group, not only to them, not only for leaders. And if we will incorporate their suggestions, if we will incorporate these techniques, so obviously work would be feasible and timely we can achieve our goals, and timely we can achieve our task objectives. So I mean, autocratic style, both these things we have to face. So it depends on you, what kind of people, what kind of subordinates you have. So accordingly you should decide what kind of leadership that would be effective. Again, I would say you will decide what kind of leadership that would be good in which particular condition. So let me come to the second kind of style. This is, if I will talk about democratic or participative style. And if I will talk about democratic or participative style, again, there is the some benefits also and there are some limitations also. If I will talk about benefits, so it will give opportunity, equal opportunity. I would say equal opportunity to each and every person. Those are the followers, those are the subordinates, and assume greater responsibility. It will take greater responsibility. It will, I mean, because we people feel we are also responsible for this task, and it will provide, it will give you job satisfaction. Yes, whatever I did it is because I had given my inputs, and that is accepted by the team, that is accepted by the leaders. So it will provide job satisfaction. Here is improve the morale of the subordinates, because it will reflect we are the, there's the belongingness also, subordinate will feel. So improve the morale of the subordinate. And here is to reach right decision, two heads are better than one. That is a very famous, I could say very famous, this one is the statement, quotation is there, two heads are better than one. When the one single person is giving their decision making as comparatively to other people also have this kind of logical and rational mind, they can contribute, so obviously it will give you better results. And if I'm talking about this one is the limitations, yes, of course, democratic or participative style that is facing number of limitations also. If I'm talking about decision making is a time consuming process, and because time consuming process, because earlier, if I will talk about autocratic style, I have decided what is right and what is wrong, and simply I had imposed. Simply I had flowed. This is to my followers, to my those are my subordinates. But what is happening here in this particular thing, democratic, because we are calling a meeting, and in this meeting this decision is this one is the discussion is going on. Might be possible some people are not happy with this decision, they would oppose this decision. So ultimately what would happen, decision making is a time consuming process. It will take time to reach on one particular decision, because other people, because we have to take together all the people those are in our team. And here is dominant subordinates may influence decision in their favor. Might be possible in a team, let's say 100 people are there, but 4 5 people, those are very dominating, and they will because other people those are not at their level dominant. So ultimately what would happen, whatever the decision making they are giving, and that would be accepted by the leader also. So ultimately what happened, might be possible they are these this decision making may be biased, they may be inclined towards their supportive nature. So dominant subordinates may influence decision in their favor. And when I will talk about responsibility for implementing decision on one person, it's on whole group, right? So here is there is the response. If we will talk about the responsibility to implement this decision, so that is not only on the one person, because he has decided. Nobody will claim this thing. He has decided this, so that is why we people are following. This is the collective, because these are the collective efforts. Whole group has decided. That is why this decision making, either we are a failure or there is a success, right? So that would be the equal responsibility by each and every member, because you have given the consent. That is why we had taken into consideration this particular decision. And many cooks spoil the broth. Yes, of course, here is a very important thing. Many cooks spoil the broth, because when you are preparing, if I will talk about any edible item, if you are preparing, and too much of ingredients and too much of, I can say, spices you are giving, okay fine, this one is also I will try, this one is also I will try. So ultimately that will spoil that particular dish, rather than it could be a remarkable, or it would be a excellent dish or very delicious dish. It would not be. So ultimately many cooks spoil the broth. So it is also one of the limitation of the democratic, or I can say participative style. And this one is the last one, is if I will talk about laissez-faire style. And laissez-faire style, as I said, there is no government intervention, no leader's intervention. You are free to take your decision. So here is, if I will talk about suitable and limitations, in which condition it is suitable. That is fully delegates the power of decision making on his or her subordinates. That means you have trust on your employees, on your subordinates, on your followers. So people, whatever the decision they will take, that is acceptable. So there is no intervention by you, because you have trust. Whatever they are taking, that would be right. And subordinates are also well competent, knowledgeable. So these are the subordinates; those are well competent, knowledgeable. Then only you must of this kind of laissez-faire style. Otherwise, you should not, because these people will take some wrong decision, and you are reaching, you could not be achieve your objectives and goals on time. and goals and objectives are well communicated to the employees, right? Because in this condition, because everybody is the part of the policy framing, policy making, and goals and objectives are clear to each and everyone. Those are your subordinates or followers. So ultimately what would happen, these people can take a correct decision because they understood what is the deadline of this decision making, what are the goals and what are the objectives, they understand, right? But limitation is this: due to full freedom to subordinates, it create mismanagement in decision making. Might be possible because you had given full power, you had delegated this power of decision making to your subordinates, to your followers. Might be possible if once your image will be spoiled, it is very difficult to recover, right? So as if I will talk about the political parties, so political parties is they are delegating their power to their, those are the some other, those are the party workers. So if they will delegate them, so once this image will spoil, it will take time and it will harm you, and it will, how you have to recover this image, it will take time. So this is the one of the limitation when there is no involvement of the leader. If I would ask you, I mean, leadership style, when I will say ki who's the face of this chief minister, for, because nowadays elections are going on. And when the part of the voting, if we will talk about, and if you will ask who's the face of this chief minister, right? So accordingly, you will decide whether I should cast my vote to this particular party or I should not. So this kind of the laissez-faire style at that time, it will create problem. Then one most important thing, because without this, that would be incomplete, right? So if I will talk about this particular theory, right? Blake and Mountain has given this particular leadership style, right? And in this style, they had well defined, right? You can see here they had well defined managerial grid. He had given, Blake and Mountain has given this managerial grid theory, and in this, they said on the x axis we have taken concern for production, and on the y axis they have taken concern for people. Only two parameters these people have taken. And in these parameters, if I will talk about, you can see here that is 1 9 means at this point on the towards the origin of this curve, we can say that is low, right? Concern for production is low, but concern of production is high towards the 9 side, because I had given these numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9. And same thing is for the on the y-axis, you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And here is the country club management. We are calling it when concern for production is low, right? And concern for people is very high. This kind of leadership, we can call it country club management. Country club management means you are giving more emphasis towards the people, right, rather than towards the production is going on, okay, fine. If it is not going on, then it's also fine, but you are more concerned towards the people should not be harmed, people should be in the, I mean, condition of the people, you are bothered about this thing. And if we talk about the, this one is the impoverished management. When we are talking about 1 1 is when concern for people is low, as well as concern for production is also very low, right? We are not bothering about the production, or nor we are bothering about the people. That means this kind of stage, Blake and Mountain has given this kind of stage. They said this kind of stage is known as impoverished management. And when we talk about this 9 1, when you are giving more concern to the production and less concern to the people. So this one is authority objectives, right? Authority obedience, I would say authority obedience, right, means simply authority, whatever they said, simply people are following. We are not bothering about their emotional touch, and we are not bothering about what they feel, right? And simply because the authority has given this direction, has given this order, simply we have to fulfill this and we have to produce, right? Whether we are might be possible workers are not well, right? So simply those are the production, but the low, here is we are talking about the low concern for the people. And when we talk about the, this one is the, we are talking about, here is the last one, 9 by 9, there is the team management. And in this team management, when we talk about, means higher side concern for people and higher side concern for the production. When you are this kind of, so it is called a team management. But the most out of these five, this one is the middle one. If I will talk about organizational man management, that is the highly acceptable by most of the organizations. What is this? There is the moderate concern for the people and moderate concern for the production. It is, we are calling it organizational man management. So I'm sure this kind of behavior also you have to incorporate when you people are dealing with the people or dealing with the organization related to operations. You must handle them very carefully, right? So that is why Blake and Mountain theory that said this one is the highly acceptable organizational man management. And number is 5 5, right? Moderately concerned for people, moderately concerned for the production. Let's say, yes, I have one a beautiful motivational video on the leadership. So we have to just watch this video, and after that we will have some question answer session. So please look at this video very carefully. I'm just playing this video. I'm sure ये वीडियो प्ले नहीं हो पाएगा क्योंकि because that is I'm sharing this. No, okay, I should be come out, and after that I think I should share videos, then only I could be able to.
Ma'am, are you not able to click on this link?
Ha, please, please.
No. This link
I
working?
Yes, ma'am, this link is working, that is hyperlinked. Okay, actually what happened, ma'am, because I had uploaded my slides. I had uploaded my slides, so I'm just showing you through video. Just stop sharing this. I am video file I'm going to share with you. This is my file. Yeah. So I'm sure this video everybody have seen. What is the message behind this video? I'm just asking to my dear participants, what do you think about this particular video? What do you mean? What message this video is giving to you? Just write in the chat box. Jasleen Kaur, she had written meaningful video. Very good. Mm, Anybody else?
That we never give up.
Yes, perfect, ma'am. Perfect, very good answer. Perfect. So I'm sure this video would be very helpful. Okay, Justine Kaur, patience and perseverance are needed for proper mental and spiritual growth. Perfect. Very good answer. Very good. Very good. Very nice. And okay, it will take time, but we will get return. Perfect, very good, Shreya, very nice. And Yashwan sir, sustained efforts required for fruitful results. Perfect, sir, perfect answer. Perfect consistency, yeah, perfect consistency, very good answer. Very nice, very good. So I'm sure very good answer I have seen here. So you understand, because see, thing is there. I do remember at the time of number of people, they have shared their stories. Even Mr. Amitabh Bachchan also said he once he had given this audition. At that time, what happened, people they have rejected them, right? And after some time, he was right, he has got the opportunities, and now he is a superstar. And so be consistent, right? Without, whether you are getting failures and all, be consistent. So I'm sure one day you will get the success. So, shall we now continue this? What makes leadership effective? Right. This is the most important thing in this. What makes leadership effective? Mental and physical health. A leader should have a very good mental and physical health, a healthy mind, rest in a healthy body. Because if the body, if you have healthy body, and your mind would also be healthy. So leader needs to have sound health, both mental as well as physical. Then only you could be able to lead the people. And knowledge and intelligence, as I said earlier also, a person, if he or she is knowledgeable and intelligent, that would be accepted by the majority of the person, by the followers, by the subordinates, right? And when we talk about this clear cut worthy goals, clear cut worthy goals, so we should have a clear distinction what kind of I would say what kind of goals and objectives we want to achieve in future. That is why we had constituted, or this one is the team is, we had created this team. And one more thing, conviction. Yes, Swami Vivekanand said, very popular, this one is the quotation: greater convictions are the mothers of great deeds. So, conviction, it is actions without, we can say, without this one is the, I could say, ki, who can influence others, right? And this one is the conviction should be clear, and then only we can achieve our targets. And sense of responsibility, that's the most important. We should, might be possible you are a leader, but sense of responsibility is missing. I will be responsible, because otherwise entire team and the whole group would be get affected. So we should have sense of responsibility. And one more important thing, that is motivation. Motivation, it is because if the leader is motivated, then only their subordinates, their followers, they would also feel motivated because they have trust in their leader. Otherwise they will be lose their hope, lose their motivation, they will also feel demotivated. So I'm sure this one is the motivation is very very important in our leadership for the effective leadership style. And initiative and drive, time to time you have to take lots of initiatives, and you have to make such kind of drives, and where is the involvement and engagement by your subordinates and by your followers. So I'm sure these kind of characteristics you should incorporate in your personality. Then we come to the two kinds of transactional leadership and transformational leadership. Transactional leadership, where is the contingent reward, management by exception passive, as well as management by exceptions by active also, and laissez-faire also. Here is that means simply those people are doing a good task, right, and exchange of the rewards for efforts. Whatever the efforts put in by the employees, by the your subordinates, simply you are rewarding them, right, and for their good performance, and recognizing their accomplishments. And here is, but on the contrary side, transformational leadership, where is the charisma, provides vision and sense of work, instills pride, gains respect and trust. Miss Kiran Majumdar, who is the owner of Biocon, she is this kind of leader, transformational leader. And if we talk about management by exception active, so there is the we can say watches and searches for deviations from rules and regulations. If the somebody is deviating from rules and regulations, so what we have to do, we have to keep on eye this kind of activities and take corrective actions. And this is the active. And when we talk about the passive, here is that intervenes only if standards are not met. If we are not meeting our standards up to the mark, then only what we have to do, we will intervene. And laissez-faire, as I had already explained you, what is laissez-faire? Responsibilities avoids making decisions. But transformational, as I said, charisma and inspiration, because you should give a lot of inspiration to your followers. You should be inspirational, right? You should be role model for your subordinates and for your these are your followers. And intellect, here is I will talk about intellectual stimulation time to time, right? You have to promote intelligence, rationality, as well as careful problem solving. You must involve an individualized consideration, one-to-one interaction. That is very, very important. And individual consideration, individual attention is required, this kind of transformational leadership. Then we come to the here is a very very small video. Once I had already lined up for you. That is also very beautiful video, but we will talk about after this, not now. Here is some leaders. Those are successful leaders in our country. I have taken some examples from international and some are national. Like Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, she is also an inspiration to all of us. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw is a transformational leader. She had a vision of her own, and she in an individualized style. She never follow what others do or never cares about what others think. So Kiran Majumdar Shaw inspires her team with a shared vision of the future. I remember when I was discussing this case study with my students of MBA students, I have given focus on this thing. She had started her this business from rupees 10,000 in her garage. And because she is a kind of person who is majority time she is conducting her meetings, HR meetings, at her residence, right? So I mean, this kind of behavior, where is the involvement of all sort of the employees and what kind of vision person is having, that gives impact. And if I will talk about India Mart, that is also very inspirational. And Mr. There one is the India Mart, in India's largest online B2B marketplace with 60% share of the online B2B classified market. You know, story behind this, that is also same. These people also started this business in a flat that is located in Noida, and again 10,000 rupees money they had started. And the thing about, they should provide some this kind of platform where is the person easily can get what items they require, C2C, customer to customer, B2B, right? Also both kind of business, both kind of relationship, like business to business. When we are dealing and we want to purchase some raw material, easily we can purchase easily these quotations, these traders information is available on that platform. And that is really very good. These people are doing have a leadership style, and these people are a successful example they have set. And there is the large enterprise and individuals with 5.5 million suppliers providing 60.7 million products from 1,38,000 categories to 82.7 million plus buyers, and it is founded in 1999. India Mart's mission is to take doing business easy, and actually they did it. So these kind of leaders we should believe. And if I will talk about qualities of leader, I had already shared with you, like vision, inspiration, strategic and critical thinking, interpersonal communication, authenticity and self-awareness, open-mindedness and creativity, flexibility and responsibility and dependability. I would like to share with you these, or also be a good team leader. Let me come later this slide. I would like to show you before that some top leaders. Those are from international, from across the world. Cook is the CEO of the most valuable company in the world, Apple. He took over Apple after a company's founder, Steve Jobs. And here is this come to cancer in 2011. And Cook has helped navigate Apple through the transition after Jobs, right, death, as well as developing new product lines and opening Apple retail stores in China. So he has also led a very public battle against the FBI and their demand that Apple creates a backdoor for users' iPhone. I would say this is the monopoly. Apple itself, it is a monopoly in the segment of mobile phones. Right, so Tim Cook, he's a very inspirational leaders like Sheryl Sandberg, and she's the CEO. Here is the Chief Operating Officer of Facebook since 2008, and she founded a non-profit LinkedIn named after her best-selling book. She has been an influential advocate for women in business world, and successful transition from government work in the treasury department to the tech industry at Google as well as on the Facebook. Here's the Bob Iger. Iger is executive chairman and former CEO of the Disney Corporation, and he has led the acquisition of major companies like Marvel, Pixar, and most recently Lucasfilms. And his leadership has also led to the expansion of Disney theme parks into Shanghai and Hong Kong. and Reed Hastings, and he is a co-founder and CEO of Netflix. And you understand nowadays OTT platform, they are doing very very good business, and he is CEO of Netflix because people were not aware about this thing. I mean, this kind of OTT platform also can be created, and what originally started as a no late fees, no due dates subscription service soon transitions into online streaming. He had given this kind of contribution. Let's come to those are the Indian leaders. I am very much inspired by Ratan Tata. Age is 83. Education is from Harvard Business School. Net worth is $1 billion, and number of employees you can see here 750,000. And he is well known for his humility, as seen by several examples. He began his career at Tata Steel as a blue collar worker, and he paid personal visit to the families of the 80 employees who were affected by the terrorist attack 26 by 11 on September 11, 2001. And he is really a remarkable, I could say, leader who is more employees oriented, more employee concerned. And Mr. Mukesh Ambani and Neeta Ambani, why I had put a Neeta Ambani photograph also, because she is also a very good role model, and she is role model for me. And Mukesh Ambani's age is 64, and education background Institute of Chemical Technology, and net worth is we can see 7,580 crores US dollar, and number of employees you can see. He is also a benchmark to our country. And if I will talk about Lakshmi Mittal, he is CEO of ArcelorMittal, and world's largest owned, I could say, largest steel producer, and state-owned steel works in Tobago and Trinidad in 1989. So I mean, these are the few examples of this. So I just want to share with you one case study, a small case study. I think this link is not working because that is not put it in the same folder. So let me open this. I would like to share one small case study with you.
Meanwhile, ma'am is sharing case studies with you.
Yeah.
If you have any queries, you can please put it in the chat box, and
Yes. Yeah.
I'll speak it for you to ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure, ma'am. But how can I share my case study actually?
Maybe, ma'am, we can stop sharing this PPT because it is not hyperlinked case study docs, and stop sharing. Share it again with the docs file in your computer.
Okay. I had opened on my screen this case study, but I don't think so it would be visible.
We see the PPT now.
No, it's not possible. So what we have to do, ma'am, meanwhile, I'm just playing that video. I just want to show them, right? So this video, then after that we will discuss.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Dismissed from drama school with a note that read, "Wasting her time. She's too shy to put her best foot forward." Turned down by the Decca Recording Company, who said, "We don't like their sound, and guitar music is on the way out." A failed soldier, farmer, and real estate agent. At 38 years old, he went to work for his father as a handyman. Cut from the high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination and had no original ideas. His fiancée died, he failed in business twice, he had a nervous breakdown, and he was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never lived.
Should I stop sharing and right? So case study, what I will do, I will post to you, ma'am, and I'm sure students. I mean, those are the participants. They can discuss with you. You are most welcome, Ajay Padhar sir.
थैंक यू डॉक्टर आशुलेखा मैडम, कैसे हैं आप? ठीक है?
बढ़िया 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 सर,
I'm
एकदम
sorry
अच्छे.
that I have joined very late. Instead of doing it in the beginning,
Right,
I
right,
only able to make it in the end. I'm sorry.
No problem, sir. Please continue. My session is over, and if
Okay.
he still, yeah, any doubts, so you can share with me. Any question
Okay.
answer
Thank you
session.
for joining, sir. Participants, any question for ma'am?
No, I think Tanu, what you have to do that you need to get the question, cut and paste here from the YouTube.
Sir, I'm able to see the chat, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh?
I'm able to see, sir.
Okay, so you can cut and paste the question from there and put it here.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So it's visible in the comments box, sir, next to private chat. It's visible, sir. So I'm able to see, sir.
Dr. Ashuleka, are you able to hear to see your private chat?
No, sir. Let me. Yes, now I can. Now I could be able to see. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very nice presentation. SK Singh, very good. Very nice. Very true.
Yes, ma'am.
Failure is
There has
not
been a lot
all.
of words of appreciation for you.
Thank
And
you. Sir.
I do have a question for you, ma'am. So what
Yes.
are some basic strategies that we can have as a teacher in our routine in a university teaching? So so that we show a path to our students to be a good leader.
Yes, ma'am. I think a very good question you had asked. I think during our teaching, that should be more interactive session with our students, and as well as what we can do, we have to ask them do some initiatives, do some those kind of tasks. We have to give time to time them, and as well as they should give time to time some presentations, some live projects, and where is the more and more involvement by the students. So I'm sure they would have, and the teamwork, we have to divide in the teamwork, and I'm sure we understand when we people are going for this trip kind of we are going for excursion trip and all, and at that time students they learn how we have to work in a team, and leadership style they understand, and in that way I'm sure we can involve our students. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your insights on this topic, very important topic, leadership skills. And this really makes a lot of sense because all of us are already involved in teaching. And there are a lot of students that we address to daily. So it is important that we know what attributes do we possess and what more do we have to still get. Thank you for explaining in detail about the qualities, role, and responsibilities of leaders in us and how to fit in the contemporary settings. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing the enlightening words. And we look forward to have you again. Thank you.
Okay, so I think Dr. Asulekha, you can remain for certain few or more minutes. So that basically, I am confident that Dr. Asulekha must have spoken about the leadership many attributes and how a person has to go with the leadership skills and what are the features and the things one need to carry when they leading a team. Uh, I will not say much because everything might have already been told. I would just give you the few two three tips that how you can polish your leadership skill and how a leader should go along with the team. You see, the leader means what? The leader is nothing, but it is not that you need to lead uh, just because of your dialogues or whatever it is. But when the situation alarm, you need to pull up your arm and you have to be one of the member of your team so that because at the end of the day you are not a leader alone, you are basically a team member, and once you are team member then only you take a additional duty of leader, but at the end of the day you also remain one of the team member. And what a leader is actually required, you see that it is a mix of various different kind of the styles of the leader, whether it is compassionate or whether it is articulative or whether it is what the last measure of what Dr. Asulekha was explaining. So it is require a mix of various kind of the leadership, and you need to certain time autocratic, you need to certain time need to be a sandwich kind of leadership, sometime you need to be mesofa leadership, and sometime you need to be other kind of. It is required that as a leader you must be knowing that when and what time you need to use certain kind of the leadership skills. Also also as I said that you are also a team member, you need also to be a human being when you are a leader, and that is required that your compassionate inner quality need to be always work when you are dealing with your team. Your team is looking to you because you are a leader, that you will be giving an expert or certain such kind of the solution or certain kind of the direction which your team was not able to make it out. So that time you are required to give your expert thing. You need to sell out your ship out of the that you can say that the shore. So means you not remain a leader just because you got a designation. You remain a leader because of the exhibition of the leadership quality. You remain a leader because of the human side in your character, and also you remain a leader because you are bridging a gap between the management and between the your faculty, or whether it is a team in the professional unit. So these three things are required to be bridged out, and then only you will be able to get the acceptance as a leader among your team. Your team need to accept you, but you are not required to put on your weight to the team to accept you. It comes thoroughly from the heart, from the team, and then only you will become a very good leader, a long-lasting leader. Otherwise, you will be sometime you will be getting the work done or assignment completed within time, but the next time, if you will be again utilizing your powers, the team will definitely reward sometime, and that situation is very very alarming, that will make you not acceptable in the university or in the unit, and end of the day, the management would like to take an action that you are not a very good leader, and again you will be remain with just a team member, or maybe sometime you will not be a part of the team also. So the members, the faculty need to understand that there are certain quality of the team leader which has to be exercised, and that has to be acceptable manner with the team. Sometimes I give you the example of my own meetings, what I am taking with my faculty members, that certain times I know that what the decision at the end of the meeting has to be taken. And I know that how we will be making that decision, but I'm not going to throw that decision just like that. But I am making them, I am enabling them to take the decision among themselves, and at the end of the meeting, we will come a conclusion that all the members that in the meeting they are making the decision in a concise manner. So that kind of the approach is needed. Two, three more things I would like to say, that the continuous meeting with your team member is very, very required. You can take it a weekly basis. You can take it the 2 days after for certain time. In fact, when I was away from the country, I have started one of the meeting, which is in the morning sandwich meeting. And what is that? That is with my marketing team, because our marketing team was a digital marketing team. So in the start of the day, just 15 minutes. It's a very, very quick meeting. We were just recalling what we have done the last day and what we are actually required to do in the today. And just 15 minutes we will sum up, and then we will start our work. So one of the those decision you need to take, that what is actually good for the team. Then the feedback, not only that the annual feedback, but you can also work with your team. You can also talk to your each and every member over the team. You just fix your some time, just 15 minutes of a day, and call your one of the team member, so that you can meet each and every member of the team at least one or twice in a month. So in that way, you will be knowing that what is actually team is facing and what are the solution is actually required. Means you need to work as a parent, as a guardian to your team, and not as a hunter wala. Please. So leader is not something who is a monitoring, but he is in enabling the many ideas to make a certain decision, and to understand that what is actually required in the modern pedagogy, and what is they need to carry, how they can make themselves updated in the world technology and techniques. All those things are required a manager, a leader to provide to their team. I hope I have clarified certain things, and I'm again sorry that I wanted to discuss much on this subject, but because of the certain immediate assignment, I had to join very, very late. Over to you, Dr. Kanu.
So we are really humbled that you joined with us today as the speaker of this session. We know that it's a very hectic schedule for you. Thank you for taking out your time. You are an exemplary professional. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to share with you that our very pro-vice chancellor, Dr. Ajay Podarji, has remarkable career of 27 years in the leadership role. He has been vice chancellor of the National Academia Committee of Zambia, Chamber of Commerce and Industries, and has been winner of Asia Africa Development Council Excellence Award, and a winner of Rashtriya Gaurav Award for meritorious services and outstanding performance. Sir, it has really been pleasure to hear from you Thank you for sharing your deep insights about the leadership and some really thoughtful attributes of the leaders. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ashwalekha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. We call it a day for today. Thank you.
So, when is the next session?
Sir, it's tomorrow, sir.